Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session. So, last day, I hope it was a fruitful session for each and every one of you, and we are extremely overwhelmed with your response. We almost had 800 plus views of yesterday's session. So, we hope you have a great experience of learning today as well. So I'm Madhurima Mukherjee, an Android developer at applix.in. So yesterday we came to know about Android Studio basics, like what is Gradle scripts, what are the resources, colors, etc. We came to know about that. We also knew about different elements and layouts used in Android Studio and how to use them. So in today's session, we will actually be starting our OCR application and how it functions, its layout, its user interface, everything. So before making an app using OCR, we at least should know something what OCR is, how it actually functions. We should at least have a basic knowledge. So I'll give you just a short glimpse of how OCR came into existence or what was the need and how it has developed through the years and how it's useful. So yes, OCR, as we all know, is the acronym for optical character recognition. So it's basically the conversion of text containing images to machine encoded text, or in simple words, text documents. So we can share it, we can share, edit, and uh, store in clouds or anything like that. So yes, how does it actually process? So there are different utilities, there are different stages. So might be wondering what is actually the use of OCR, right? So OCR apart is now immensely used in the education sector. It's quite useful. But apart from that, OCR is one of the few technologies that has found applications throughout entire industrial spectrum. It is used in the banking system. It has found use in data entry automation and even to store uh, historic text or manuscripts in digital format. So it has found immense use in our daily life. So yes, how does it process? OCR mainly uses the techniques of machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence to recognize characters. So previously, when OCR first came into existence, it was not this developed, but now it has developed over the years. It's used in previously it was used only in the bank checks, so invoice and all these things, but now it has improved to such an extent that it can even recognize handwritings, etc. So yes, the stages of OCR are mainly pre-processing, segmentation, recognition, and post-processing. Of course, we won't go into the details of these steps, but we'll just have a short overview of these processes. Okay, so pre-processing includes the different techniques. I'll not go into the technical details or technical terms like matrix formation, binarization, noise removal, skeletonizations, etc. I won't, of course, go into the details, but it actually conversion of an image into black and white format, and then conversion, removing noise and converting into a skeleton format. Okay, skeleton format means its basic format of characters. So after that, we we perform the process of segmentations where each character is separated or segregated. And after segmentation, what happens is that OCR recognizes patterns and it observes each character and matches each character with already fed huge collection of characters. So this is how basically OCR works. It matches with those already fed characters and then gives us the output as OCR text or text document. So yes, this is actually the flow chart of how OCR actually works. So, okay, so enough of these, theoretical portions. We have our product Snaplingo where we use OCR to a great extent. We have this OCR features. I'll not, okay, I'll just give you some kinds of screenshots of this. I'll tell you how the app works or how OCR works in a detailed manner in a later stage of this session. But for now, for us, we can use this OCR in various daily works that we do. It can save labor and effort to a great extent. Like for example, we have the business card of any person, right? It has website, it has email, it has phone numbers, it can have email and all these things. If, for example, we want to go to the website, so the only option is that for you, you go to Google and type the address. Or if you want to call the person, you'll have to go to the phone keypad and then type the number. But with OCR, with just a few clicks, you can perform all these functions all at once. So OCR is really, not only useful in the industrial sections of the, different like banking or food industry or anything, but it's also useful in these, so uh, small things that we use in daily life. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, for us, you can like we develop such kinds of apps like Snaplingo, which is of a great utility, I feel, even in this, like, especially in this situations where online education and online system of things of official works has become so important. So, okay, you can get all kinds of updates from us. And for your information, we also give a lot of internship opportunities. We post a lot of things related to Android and related to what we use in daily life. So you can contact us. These are the platforms we are available: LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, as you can already see. So we may give you the link in the comment section so that you can follow. And yes, I think this is enough for the technical details and theory portion of OCR. And now I think we should be just jumping into making the app that we were supposed to make. Okay, for this, I'll open Android Studio. Yes, I hope all of you have opened your Android Studio in your laptop as well. Okay, so this is the previous project that I was working on. And yes, for today, we'll be starting with a new project. So not with the previous project that we were doing yesterday. So we'll go to File, New, and then select on New Project to create a new project. So Yes, you can give your response in the YouTube comments whether you have done it or not, so that we are on the same page as you. Okay. I haven't yet selected any kind of activity, but would like to know from you if you have opened Android Studio and have reached at least to this point of time, point of Android Studio. Okay, I'll be waiting for one more minute. If you have opened Android Studio, please to respond with a yes anything in the comment of YouTube. That would be helpful for me. Okay, I can get one comment. Okay, I can see a lot of responses. Yes, okay. Okay, so 30 more seconds. I'll wait for 30 more seconds for you to come to this page. Start. Okay, so as you can see, there are different kinds of activities. You have already seen these kinds of things like, bottom navigation activity, maps activity in different kinds of apps that you use. Okay, yes, you can explore this anytime you want to, but I would, for now, I would stick to empty activity and click on next. Okay, so here comes giving a name to my project, right? You can give any name as of your choice. You can give it my application, my OCR app, or my first application, anything as such. I'll name it OCR Applex. Okay, that's the name I've chosen. Okay, now you're allowed to choose anything like Android version, right? It's 5, 6, 7, and the default is for now it's Android 5.1. So I would like to go with the default. If there's something else like Android 6 or 7, it's up to you. It completely depends on you to choose. But yes, there are few components that are not available in the previous or older SDK versions and are available only in the newer versions. So you'll have to be careful with that. But yes, I'll go with Android 5.1 and click on finish. Okay, so loading project, of course, will take a little time, and I'll wait for all of you so that your projects gets loaded too. Okay, now if you want, I can change the font size. If it's not that visible, I'll increase the font size. Okay, this is taking a little more time. And you can see the status from the bottom portion of Android Studio window, whether Gradle build or sync and all these things. You can see that, okay, my project has, okay, yes, sync is finished. I'll wait for one more minute so that all of you are ready with your project. And if you are ready, then do reply so that I can know it. Okay, let me increase the font size a bit. Okay. Okay, I have got this ready, and I hope you have got this ready as well. Okay, you may reply in the comment section so that I can know, or I'll start in 2 more minutes. Okay, I hope the font is quite visible and big. And if you have any problems anywhere, you can always write it in the comment section. Okay, Bhavesh is asking for 2 more minutes. Okay, fine, I'll wait this. That's not a problem. We'll wait for a little while so that everyone can be ready with their project. Because if you can't really follow, it's really difficult for you to follow. Okay, so I hope you do not have any problem with the font size and it's quite visible, because if you can't see, you cannot follow me, right? And if you cannot follow, okay, Paulomi is asking why we need a new project today. You do not compulsorily need, but yesterday's session was kind of, just a glimpse into the basic. So that is why we created a project for that. And today, as we are, completely concentrating on only the OCR app, so that is why we have created another project. It's no big deal. You can continue with the thing you have done yesterday. That's not a problem. Okay, so I think everyone is ready. Okay, what you need to do at first is that you need to do the layout, because layout is the visual representation on the Android screen, right? So if you cannot see anything, it's not possible for you to do any kind of functions. It's that simple. So as you can see, there are three views on the right hand side: code, split, and design. So in the design view, you can only see the design and not any kinds of coding. In the code version, you can only see the coding. So I think the split view is the best. You can see the code, as soon as you code a particular thing, you can simultaneously see the output. So I will shift to this view. Okay, now, yeah, before starting, we need to chalk out, or we need to plan what we are going to include in this layout, right? What we need is that first we need a button. This button will help us take button actually is the interaction between the user and the app. So as soon as the user clicks the button, it will select an image from the gallery, and then we'll select any kind of image that contains text, of course. So we'll select that image, we'll put it in the screen, and then we'll see the OCR text. This is the main procedure that we are going to follow. So yes, actually, this is the procedure. So what you need is a button, an image view, and a edit text view where you will be able to see the OCR extracted text. And of course, we need some kinds of text view that will let us what kind of, you can give a heading to your image that this is the image, or you can give a heading to your OCR text that this is the OCR text. So for that reason, we need text views. Okay, so there's a default text view. I won't be using that. So I'll delete this one, and I'll also change this constraint layout to linear layout. So for that, I do it linear layout. Okay, as soon as you type a few words, even a few characters, I would say,
that suggestions comes, you can select from that suggestion, and I'll suggest, please, when you have got suggestions, you press enter on it. Okay, and then we have the closing tag as well. So we need to edit that as linear layout closing tag, right? Linear layout. Okay, now we are ready with the layout. Okay, Vinayak is asking, do we need a scroll view? Okay, I'll surely tell you that. First, I'll focus on just doing the basic things, then I'll show you a lot of things like scroll views and card view. I'll go to all of those details a little later. So yes, let's start with a text view, I guess. Yes. And these are the few things that you should remember while giving a tag or while starting a tag. Give the less than sign. Please do give this because these are very minor things you may miss out because you are a beginner. You may miss this out, but if you give this, like you will have to give this, but yeah, you should be careful while actually starting any tag or doing anything. So I'll give a text view. Yes. Okay. So I'll give a text view. As soon as you press enter, you can see what are the tags that are compulsory for this text view. That is layout, width, and height. So you already have a kind of little conception what is wrap content and what is match parent. It was already told in the previous day's session. So I'll of course tell you in more details, but for now let's do this. And if you have any doubt, of course we have a doubt clearing session. We'll tell this. Okay, so I'll give this width as wrap content and height as wrap content. As these are text, we need a text view. So Android colon text. So as you type, you can see a lot of suggestions coming up, right? Text size, style, all these things. You can experiment with all of these because it's really interesting. So yes, text, and let this text be OCR text. Yes. Okay, so that as soon as we type OCR text, we have this visible in our design view. But this is of a very small size. We do not want this. We'll increase the size. So we use Android colon text view. Sorry, text size. Sorry. Yes, text size. We can give this size as, for example, we can give it 20 SP. Okay, if that is not your choice, you can give it 22 SP. I think this is quite a good size. Okay, fine. This is, I think, the optimum size. I'll give it a color as well. So I'll give Android colon text color, right? Yes, I've got the Android text color tag. I'll like to give it a black color. So here you have got the option to add any color by its hex code, or you can define a color of your choice in the colors.xml file and then choose a color of your own. So I'd stick to black. The hex code of black is 6 zeros. Yes. So this is how it looks. Now I'll just show you. You can select any color from, okay, so yes, app and then resources folder, values, and then we get a colors.xml file, right? Okay, so here for now we have these 3 colors defined. We can change these colors as well. You may change it. I would not prefer to change this. Okay, so you can apply these colors as well. We give @ symbol, and as soon as we give that, there's suggestion like color, accent, primary, primary dark. So you can select any color, like you can select this color and you see it has changed. So I would stick to black. This is, just to show you that you can change the color as you wish. And yes, defining a particular color in the colors.xml file has another advantage, is that you can, if you wish to change the theme of the app, like you have the theme as red, later if you want to change the theme of the app to be blue, for example, so you'll need to change a lot of things, right? Everywhere you need to change the color. So in order to avoid this, we defined colors in the colors.xml file. So now as we are working just with one screen at a time, so it's not a problem for us. But while making an actual app, we will be needing, no, we will need to define colors in the colors.xml file. Okay, so I'll now close the tag. I'll also give a edit text, yes. I'll give it the width match parent and height as wrap content. Okay, so while defining edit text, you need to give a hint, because if the user sees a blank space, he will not be able to understand. So what you need to do is you will have to give a hint, right? So you give a hint and draw it, colon, hint, yes. And then you can write, for example, you can write, this is OCR extracted text. Okay, you can give that. You can also, okay, now so now this is not actually visible, so you need to give a background. So yes, I'll give a background. I'll give a random hex code for this. Okay, I have a color. Okay, so now you can see that there's edit text, and we close this. Okay, so there's someone, Anubhav Das. Can we use constraint layout? Okay, the layouts will be explained in detail. There's a coordinator layout, there's constant layout. So there are different kinds of layout. I'll get back to you later. You may also ask, in case I miss out, you may ask this in the doubt section, doubt clearing session. You can really ask that and you'll definitely get the reply. So yes, we can use, and there are different kinds of other kinds of layouts we can use. So yes, I hope. Okay, so now the thing is, we can see this side by side, right? So it's very well understood that the orientation of this linear layout by default is horizontal, right? So if we want to see these text or these elements aligned vertically to each other, so we need to give our orientation to our linear layout. So I'll do that. Okay, so go to your linear layout and type Android colon orientation, right? And we'll set the orientation to vertical. In case you do not want to see this vertical, you want to see it horizontally, you do not necessarily need to give the orientation as horizontal, because that is the default. Okay, so at this point of time, I'll wait for 1 minutes so that you can finish up with this. Okay, if you want, I can, increase the font size, or yes, I'll do this. I think that's quite visible. Yes, and when you have done that, please do reply with the yes in comment section so that I can know you're there. Okay, I can get few responses. Okay, I'll wait for 1 more minute so that we are done with this. Okay, I'm unable to see the code of activity main. Okay, should I increase the font size, Meg? Okay, I can increase the font size if you want. There's someone who has told that she's not able to see that. Okay, I'll increase that a bit more. I hope this is quite visible. Okay, Mac, if you have got any problem with your laptop, so you can share your screen when there's a doubt clearing session. If you have any problem or if you can continue with this, you can start with a new project if you want. In case you have missed something, you can do that. So I guess, okay, think we should be continuing with this. Okay, so now we have got the text view and the edit text view. But this is just not any kind of, it's just not presented. It doesn't look good, right? So, these text view and edit text view are so close to each other. They are sticking to the screen, right? We do not want that. Exactly. So we need to give some kinds of blank spaces around our layouts. Like, I mean, by layouts, I mean text view and edit text view. So for giving any kinds of blank spaces, you have two options. You have layout margin and you have layout padding. So in the beginning, you may get confused that what is this margin and what is padding, because both of these things do the same job, basically adding blank space. So why do we need different, tags or attributes, right? So let me give you an example so that it's quite clear to you. So margin basically adds a blank space outside the view, and padding adds a blank space inside the view. Okay, so this might sound little, confusing, but I'll show. Android colon layout. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of suggestions: margin bottom, end, horizontal left, right. I'll go into these details a little later. But for now, I would just set the margin. Let's set the margin to be, for example, 10 BP. Okay, 10 BP, as you can see, the text view has come, has given a blank space outside itself, outside the text view. So yes, this is margin. And what is padding? Let us give a padding to our edit text, right? So we'll give Android colon padding. Okay, we'll give padding only, and there are quite a lot of attributes like bottom and horizontal, like margin. But now, for now, we'll just stick to padding. We'll give padding, for example. Okay, let's give the same kind of padding, 10 dp. So as you can see, the text has kind of shrinked, right? So that is the edit text has given a blank space inside its view. So this is what the utility of margin and padding. Now you may want that, will give margin only to the left and the right sides and not on the vertical sides. You may do that. So you have got options like, okay, let's give a margin to this Android layout margin horizontal. This is what it means. If you apply layout margin horizontal, this provides a blank space outside the view in the right and the left hand sides. If you want space only in the left or right, so you may give this. Okay. Margin horizontal. I would like to give it a margin of say 10 dp, right? Okay. Now we can see it very clearly that there's a margin already formed. Okay, so for now we'll just stick to this and we'll carry forward with this, and in the later section we'll again refine all these kinds of layouts, but for now we'll just declare the basic elements that we require. We can add a button. Okay, so we add a button with wrap content and hide wrap content. As you can see, this is visible already, but only giving a button won't do any good. We need to add text as well because the user needs to understand. So I'll give Android colon text. Okay. So text, yeah, I'll give this select image. This is the button. Okay, you can change the button color as well. Okay, so you can change, yeah, you can change the color of the button. You can change the color of the edit, text inside edit text. You can also add a background to your text view. You can do all of these. Okay, so you just need to experiment with Android Studio, right? Because there are so many interesting things in the layout itself. You can do a lot of things. You can add an image. You have seen that already in yesterday's session, and you'll see it. Like we can add any kinds of shape. We can make any shape like rectangle, circle, or oval as per our wish. So yes, we'll go with Android. Okay, so as you have seen, I've given a color to my button. So you can change this color as well. You can do a lot of customizations. If I have time, I'll get to you on all those details that I'm speaking of. Okay, so as you can see, the text is not at all visible. So we need to add, a color to the text. So we'll give Android colon text color, right? And let this let this color be white. I'll make this white. Okay, so this is quite visible. You can add a margin maybe. Uh, Android colon margin. Okay, I'll like to give it a vertical margin of say 5 dp or maybe 10 dp. 10 dp is quite good. Okay, so margin vertical means you want to margin both top at the bottom of the button. So I'll close it for now. Okay, so now what we need to do is that, of course, the button doesn't look as it is because it needs to be at the center. So to adjust any kind of positions inside our layout, we use the terms or we use the attributes gravity and layout gravity. So you might get confused between the two because it's really similar to each other. Gravity, both, by using both, you can adjust view, you can set it to the left side, bottom, top, anything as such. So, okay, I'll set a Android colon layout gravity. Yes, this is layout gravity. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of things, bottom, center, left, right, top, end, but I'll stick to center maybe. Okay, you can also give this as center horizontal, but okay, I'll give the center. As you can see, I can also give a padding because this doesn't look quite good. So I'll give a padding, or if you wish, okay, so in this case, you may wish that we already have got some kind of space on the vertical sides. So you may not want to add padding to the vertical sides. You want some padding in the horizontal side. So for that reason, you can use padding horizontal. So I'll give this and let this be 10 dp. Okay, so I'm repeating this again and again because these are quite important, because if you cannot do a proper layout, it should at least look presentable, right? And yes, for this is the reason you need to really focus on layouts. So yes, now as I said earlier, that we need an image view, right? So we need to see the image that we have selected from our gallery, right? Okay, so we need a text view so that we can see that this is the image view we are putting. So yes, text view. I'll give both this wrap content. Maybe you can give match parent as well. It depends on you and it depends on the kind of layout that you are going to design. So this is a very simple layout. For more complex layouts, you need to, really decide that, linear layout or relative layout or buttons or text view, should it be match parent or wrap content, or what is the size? Okay, so you can use all these kinds of things. Okay, there's someone in the comment section who said we can also use padding right, left. Yes, of course you can do that. Let's do that and see what Android padding left does actually. Yes, Android colon. Okay, so padding right. I'll give this padding. Okay, let's give this 20 dp so that it's really visible. Now you can see that there's padding only, let me zoom it, yes, only in the right hand side and not on the left hand side, right? So you need to give padding on the left side as well. So Android padding left. So this is what you should keep in mind, that while applying padding, right and left must be equal, right? So in case you forget or you are careless and put different values on right and left, so that really looks odd. So Android Studio is itself made this process easier and eliminated this kinds of error. You can just add a padding horizontal that will apply on both the sides, right and left. So that is the utility and nothing else. You can give this 20 dp. Okay, it's all the same. It's these, giving these two is equivalent to adding Android padding horizontal. So that doesn't matter. You can go as you wish to. Okay, so I'll now get forward with our text view, Android colon text, right? We want to add a text. Let this text be, say, image preview, because we want to see an image here. Okay, yes, we want to see an image here. And then, of course, we want to increase its size as we have already done here. Okay. Uh, okay, you can also do one thing. You can just copy this whole, attribute like text view. You can copy it and paste it. So both of these will have same, dimensions, color, size, and everything. You can do this, or you can, create another text view. So you can do that as well. I'll just copy because this reduces effort. Okay, I'll just copy it, and then, okay, let's delete this and show you. Okay, yes, we have pasted this. Now we have OCR text. So in this case, we only need to alter the text, right? So this is something you can do to save time. Okay, this is what you can do. All of these will have the same attributes, and only the text inside it will change. But you need to keep this in mind, that if you have an ID, like if you provide an ID to your text view, you need to change that as well, because no two elements in Android Studio should have the same ID. Okay, so if you are dealing with IDs, I'm not dealing with IDs right now. We will not define any ID to any of the elements. But if you do so, you will need to ensure that you do not copy the ID as well. But yes, even if you do, you will see some kind of error, right? So that is not a problem. You'll be able to identify the error and correct it as per your wish. Okay, so I'll go to image view now, because this is the place where we will be seeing the image we have selected from the gallery. Let this width be match parent. Height. Okay, so height, until and unless okay, yes. So until and unless you do not put an image, you are not able to understand its height. So for our convenience, we can set the height to, for example, 200 dp. Okay, it has become 2000. So okay, so let's give the height as 200 dp. You can give it 400 dp, 500 dp as per your wish. Okay, so yes, now what you need to do is, we are not able to see, you can view that there's something, some kind of layout here, but we are not able to see any image because we have not selected it. Okay, so yes, we can do one thing. We can add any color. We can do that, right? So that we understand the image will occupy a certain amount of space in our layout. Sorry, this is Okay, so as you can see, we already have a color visible, right? So this is the portion our image will occupy. So yes, we can change its height as well, because maybe you want to view this image of this size or this dimension. You can set this to 400 dp as well. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. Now let's close this tag. You may add padding, margin as you have done with the previous layouts. You can do that with this as well. But for now, I'll teach you one more thing. Okay. So you, of course, you do not want a color always, right? So you can import any kind of picture that you have in your computer and paste it here. So to do that, okay, let me delete this color. Okay, is everyone done up to this? Okay. And if everyone is done up to this, I would like to know. Please type yes in the comment section. And yes, after we have finished this, I'll continue with this section of adding an image from your system or computer. Okay, so if you have need any kinds of, if you have missed any code or you're not able to do, you can write it in the comment section and tell me. So, okay. I can see a lot of people have done it already. Yes, I was moving slow so that you can follow me, right? Okay, maybe we'll wait for 1 more minute and then we'll just start with this. Okay. Most of them have done it already. Okay, it feels great. Okay, so now let us just remove this background color because you, of course, instead of an image, you do not want to see any solid color like this, right? So yes, now we'll go to our, Explorer. Okay, so I have this image, for example, right? I'll copy this image. This is a random image from my gallery, or no, it's like not gallery, but yes, this is a random image I've selected from my system. So now I'll go to app and then I'll go to the res folder because as you know, res folder is the actual, folder or package you can say where we keep all those colors, strings, images, or different kinds of layouts and activities together, right? So yes, we'll go to res and then drawable. We'll just give one click in the drawable and on right click, we'll paste this here. Okay, so I repeat, you need to copy the image from your Explorer. Okay, you need to copy that. You need to go to the res folder under app section, and then from you need to click right click on drawable and paste it. Okay, so I hope everyone was able to follow that. Okay, so these are the two you know things where we can paste drawable. I'll increase its size. Okay, it doesn't affect at all. Not a problem. We'll select drawable. You need to select drawable and not drawable V24. You do not need to select that. Just select drawable and click OK. So while setting up the name of an image that is imported, there are few, limitations. You cannot use space or you cannot use a capital letter. So you need to keep these in mind. If you do so, if you do any kind of error, you will not be able to see that or view the image in your image view, right? So let us give this name as image, right? I'll simply, in all small letters, we need to use all lowercase letters. Please keep that in mind and no numbers. You may use underscore for your convenience, but yes, no capital and no number and no characters like question mark, brackets, all these things are not allowed here. I'll click on OK. Yes, we have these. When we open the drawable, we can see the image, right? If we double click, yes, this is the image I have copied from the Explorer, right? So we'll go to our activity main, and then in place of image view, I'll do this. Okay, Android colon src. Okay, I repeat. Okay, Android colon src. Okay, so there was a problem with the suggestions. There was no suggestions. Maybe that was due to network issue. It may happen with you as well. So please do not get tense that, oh, this tag is not here or something like that. Do not get hyper. Just delete that and type once more, and the suggestions will come. Okay, so now what we can do is we give, for example, at the rate drawable. As you type it, you can see there are four things that are popping up on my screen. So I get this thing drawable image, right? So as I select this, see the image is already visible in my image view. I hope you have got that too. Okay, I may increase the height as per my image. Okay, so yes. Okay, so this is the kind of basic layout that we have done, and we'll be following this, right? Okay, so let's delete this, because of course we do not want this image and we do not want to extract text from this. We can do that as well, but we won't be doing that. So I delete that. If you need to include any image from your gallery, you can do by this, by following these procedures. Okay, so now we can run this and see how this looks, because we have a basic framework of our layout. We can see this. Okay, you can, I hope you have all got your phones connected. Okay. So yes, you can see as my phone is visible as well. We'll just run it and see. Or if you want to run with the image view as well, you can do that. So I'll run this. Okay, this will again take a few moments to run, you know. Is my phone visible? Yes, okay, so I can see my phone. I've just done this for your convenience. Okay, so yes, this is how my phone looks. So these are the problems that you may face too. I've already shown you yesterday, because there were so many problems with this. So you can do that as well, because these are the very common problems that you are facing. So yes, if you are done with running the app, I've intentionally done this because this may be the problems with many. So yes, if you are done with that, you may type in comment section that you have completed. I'll wait for a few minutes. Okay, so as you can see my screen, yes, this is the thing we should be doing. In case you didn't do it yesterday, so I would suggest you to do this. Okay, there's a more error. Okay, I'll try to fix this error as soon as possible and get back to you. Okay, these are the few errors that you encounter. That is not a problem at all. Okay, these are the very few issues that happen again and again, right? Okay, rank successfully. Okay, okay. Okay, so yes, I'm showing the my mobile in the screen. There's an app that I've installed in PC as well as in my mobile so that I can view that, right? Okay, so this is how I'm showing my screen. So I'll wait for a few more minutes. I've already seen a lot of response from you, and okay, I'll wait for a few more moments. Okay, so as I was facing this issue that may be a problem for you as well. So we'll be doing this in another session when there's doubt clearing, because uh, this is actually the issue with almost every time I do this. Okay, that's not a problem. You can share your screen and get your doubts cleared in the doubt clearing session if you have any kinds of issues like I'm facing right now. So we'll tell you. Okay, so now proceeding to the next thing. Okay, now, even now the layout, okay, there's someone who is speaking not able to run on mobile. No, it's not a problem if you cannot see your phone screen in your laptop. That is completely normal. This is just because I have installed an app. So that is why you're able to see my mobile on the screen. That is not a problem. Okay. I hope you were able to run on your mobile phone. Okay. In case your device shows that no device connected, I think there's an issue with, maybe with your USB cable or something like that. There may be an issue that is completely normal, right? So you can do that, or you must check the settings one more if you have enabled USB debugging, install via apps, and all these things, right? So these are the common issues that you face. It's not a problem. Don't get tensed. So yes, moving to the next part. So what we actually need is that a toolbar. As you have seen, there almost in every screen we see a toolbar, but we haven't done or included a toolbar here. So we'll do that. Okay. So for this, you need to add a toolbar, right? I'll go to the linear layout, and just below this, I'll add toolbar. Okay, you type Android dot app compat. Okay, you'll get this. And even if you don't get this, you just type tool. I think that would be enough, and this suggestion will pop up in case you do not get, after typing. Okay, you click on this, and as usual, the compulsory parts are its layout width and layout height. So I'll set the layout to match parent. Okay, yes, match parent. And in most of the cases, the height of the toolbar is 55 dp. So that is the convention. So we'll give the height of the toolbar as 55 dp here also. Okay. Now we need to give this a color because this is not visible. We can see there's something, but yes, we need to give it a color. Android colon background, right? Yes. And give this a color, say primary dark. We have already got our toolbar ready in front, but there's nothing written. So we need to add a title as well. So when we add title, keep this in mind because these are the common mistakes that you may be doing. The tag should be app colon title and not Android colon title. You need to give app colon title. Yeah, so I'll give this maybe the name of my app, which is OCR Applex. Okay, yes, so this is black in color and it's just not visible, so I'll make this white. And again, while changing the text color of the title, I would use app colon title text color. Yes. Besides title text color, you can see a lot of more things that have appeared. You can experiment with that, no problem. But yes, for now, we will be just changing the title text color. Okay, yes, we have set that. And there are different kinds of other things like you can add elevation. So elevation is basically kind of giving shadow, right? So we'll do that as well. Yes, we have got this. We can give this elevation as 10 dp. Okay, and now we'll give the closing tags. Okay, so we must remember the views like toolbar or so, yes, text view, edit text view buttons, all these have self-closing tags because they do not have any layout inside it, right? And for linear layout or relative layout or card view, as we'll see further in today's session, we need, we cannot use a self-closing tag. We have a different closing tag and different starting tag. So yes, keep these little things in your mind. Yes. So as we have finished doing this, yes, we have already finished. Now we'll kind of decorate our app by giving card views. So what are exactly card views? This might be a little confusing because this might be a new thing for you. So card view, I am quite sure you have all seen card view in your different apps that you use, right? For instance, I'll show this to you. This is actually a kind of card view that you see. This is, these are you have seen in Google Classroom, it's quite widely used. So yes, this is actually the card view. So we'll make this in our Android app. Okay, so we'll prefer to keep card view around the text view and the edit text view, and one more card view layout that will include image preview and the image view. So yes, let's do this. And as we make it, we'll be able to understand more of these because we need to apply a linear layout inside a card view because there are more than 2 elements. So these are the few things that would be doing. We'll do that. Okay. Yes, so let's start with card view. Now, as we will type card view, we will not be able to view anything like that because card view requires a different kinds of implementations. So here are the utility of the Gradle scripts that we were discussing yesterday. So we need to do that, right? Where will we get that? The dependency of like the implementation of card view. So we'll literally search. We'll go to Google. Yes, we'll go to Google and then we can search card view dependency. I could have just, copied from the net and given this to you, but, in case you want to find it out, you may not be quite sure of this, right? Like, where should I find the implementation if I don't get one? So I'm just viewing all these so that it's easier for you. So I'll go to the first link that is available, developer.android.com. So yes, I'll go to that, and this is a very useful website. I would say you can learn a lot of things from this website. Okay, so I scroll down, you can see dependencies implementation, and then you see a whole big sentence of card view, right? So what we need to do, if you need to implement any kind of card view, or uh, we can import any kinds of project from GitHub. So in that kind of places we also need to implement, and this is how I'll copy this. Yes, I'll copy this, go to our Android Studio, right? We'll go to project section, Gradle scripts, and then we have two build Gradle files, right? So do not get confused. We need to go to the app build Gradle file. So in case you are confused, once again, I would just repeat. You need to copy just the implementation sentence. You copy that from the net, okay? Go to Gradle script section and go to build Gradle module app and not project, okay? You go to build Gradle module app and then just paste it here, okay? You can just paste it, and there's a message we can see already that is popped, and it says sync now, right? So yes, let's sync now. You should do that as well. This will take a few moments of, this will take a little time. I'll wait for you, okay? So that everyone finishes. And as soon as you have finished with this, or you have any doubt, you may just give it in the comment section, right? Okay. Okay, I'll wait for your response. If you have completed, okay, there's no option like app title. Okay. Okay, there should not be something like this. Okay, I'll repeat again. Shubhajit Kaul has given such kinds of, app title is not visible. There's Android title. So you can share your screen and tell us what was wrong or something. If there was any doubt, you can say in the doubt section. Okay, so I'll repeat it once again. So card view requires implementations. How will we understand that? Because as you type, you will not be able to view, or Android Studio won't give you any kind of suggestions of card view if you do not apply the implementations. So we get these implementations from website, right? We go to Google and we just type, yes, card view dependency. We search that and we get a website called developer.android.com. Okay. Yes, we click on that website. As we scroll down, we see dependencies and then implementations, right? we just copy this implementation portion. We copy this, I've already copied it, and then go to our project, right? We'll open the tab project, we'll go to Gradle scripts, then we'll see a different various options like build Gradle project and build Gradle app. So we'll go to the module app and then you'll get, yes, something like this. I hope this is visible. And inside dependencies, you just need to paste this and nothing else. Okay, so then you will be able to use a card view in your layout. Okay, so we give card view. Yes, as we type, now we should be able to see this. Okay, so we are able to view this, right? We'll give a card view. Okay, yes, we'll give this, for example, match parent. We'll give the height as wrap content, right? Yes, we can give that. And then we can give it a corner radius, like, you can give corner radius to, like, for example, okay, I'll show this to you. App colon card corner radius, right? I hope that's visible. App card corner radius and not Android colon card corner radius. Okay, so we can give it a value 10, suppose, or 20, or as you wish to. Okay, so this is not a self-closing tag, as I've already told that to you, that if you have two or more elements or views inside any kind of layout, you are not supposed to end that with a self-closing tag. So I'll just give the greater than sign and the closing tag will appear as well. We'll copy this closing tag only. We'll cut this and paste it after the edit text. Okay, so now you can see this layout has been distorted, right? So we need to add a linear layout inside the card view. So these are, all the children layout that we should be using, right? So you may get confused in the very beginning, but as you get to know and practice more about Android Studio and do more projects, you will be able to understand these, right? So I give a linear layout. Okay, the width, let it be match parent, and height as wrap content. I'll of course set this orientation to be vertical. Yes, I do this and I close this, and after getting the closing tag, we'll just paste it above the card view, right? Okay, so we can give card view a margin as well. Let's give a margin to it. Maybe we'll give a margin of say 5 dp. It's just only for the looks. It completely depends on you whether you want to give margin or you do not want to give margin. It's up to you. Okay, so this is how it functions. Okay, so all of you can, run the app and see. I'll give you a little more time so that you can run this, or we can do one thing. We can just apply another card view in the image and image preview, text and image view, and then go to this. We'll just copy. I said we can just copy and paste, and that is not a problem. So we'll just copy this, right? We'll copy this card view. We do not want the button to be included inside the card view, so we will leave it as it is. And yes, after we have finished the button tag, we'll paste this, right? But it's not that visible. You get to see this. Okay, I'll tell you. You get to see this red lines and the, yellow lines that are visible. So yellow lines are meant for warnings and red lines are meant for errors, right? So when there's a red line that is visible, That means it has an error and you need to correct that. Okay, so yes, we can understand that, we haven't given closing tags, right? So we'll give closing tags. This might be confusing. You may be confused in the very beginning because you're just starting. But as you, continue working with Android, these things will become a quite lot more easier. Okay, so this is the kind of view that we are getting right now. Yes, so I was speaking of the warning, right? Okay, so you may run the app and see how it looks. I am not quite sure whether this app will run in my phone because it's causing some kind of problems. But yes, you can just respond with a yes if that runs in your system, like mobile. You just respond with a yes. Okay, so there's an issue with my laptop or phone, I guess. Okay, so I'm waiting for your response. If you have any kind of doubt, we'll see this. And in case you're facing the same problem as mine, we will be clearing it in the doubt section, right? We have a completely different session that will maybe will take place maybe after 10-15 minutes after we finish making this layout. I'm just waiting for your response. As we finish this, in case you're facing any problem, do feel free to tell your doubt. So yes, please do respond if you have completed up to this. Okay, so there may be some issues with mine. I'll just try to fix those. You can also correct your issues, right? Okay, that is not a problem. There are different ways to solve a problem. If you have any, so you may not be aware of these things in the very beginning, but you'll get to know as you work with it. We'll get to know. Okay, I've not got any response. Is there any problem or were you able to follow? And if you haven't, then we'll just, you know, uh, we are almost done with the layout. It is almost ready. So we can just shift to doubt section. If you have any kinds of doubt or you are not able to follow, you can just tell me in the comment section. And in case you are not able to follow the card view portion, you can just, where to paste the card view. Okay, that is not a problem. Are you asking for the implementations part or the card view that I've just pasted in the image view? It depends. Okay, so you can make a card view of your own. I've just, uh, taught you how to save your time and labor because this is really time consuming and irritating at some point of time if you have to write the same code, right? Again and again. So I have done, okay, I have first implemented a card view and then I've set a linear layout, okay, so that our text view and this edit text view are properly aligned, okay, and then I've closed the linear layout and then I've closed the card view, right? So this is the end of first card view. Then I've kept a button, right? There's a button. I've not included the button inside the card view. I've not done that. Okay, so again I've started with another card view. Okay, then inside that I've put a linear layout, and then we have our image preview text view, right? And then image view. We have then closed the linear tag and linear layout tag and card view. So I hope you were able to follow. Okay, I'm waiting for some more responses or doubts. And even if you do not give the card view, it's completely fine. If you do not want to give the card view, right? So that is not a problem at all. Okay, so I'll wait for a few moments and then I think we should be going ahead with the doubt clearing session so that, if any one of you were not able to follow, you will be able to clear that. You'll be able to share screen as well. So that will not be a problem anymore. And in the next session, what we'll be doing is that we will be doing the Java part of it. So doing the Java part, that means you'll not only be able to view, but also you'll be able to, do certain kinds of functionality. Right. So Cheyenne, were you able to follow what I said? I hope you are done with it. Okay, so you will be getting the doubt clearing session link in a little while. And okay, I'll be, so you can do a lot more things that I haven't showed yet. You can form a rectangle, or as I said, you can go to rest folder and then create your own shapes so that you can you know import that in your layout. So all these things are more specific details of this. Okay, so Shine has already done it. It's good to see that you are responding so well, all of you. And yes, I would now request you to go to the doubt clearing session, or if you want to, get something cleared by me, you can do it here as well. If you have any issues with your phone or something, you can do that. Okay, so now we would like to shift to the doubt clearing session. Yes, we have almost completed this session.
So, welcome back, guys. I guess you have cleared all your doubts in the doubt clearing session. And if you haven't, don't worry, we are going to hold another doubt clearing session tomorrow. Don't worry, whatever doubts you're facing now, yesterday, whatever, you can ask it and clear it all tomorrow. Okay, so I am Prajato Shamunto, one of the lead developers at Applix.in. And before jumping right back in, I like to suggest you to download Snaplingo. Uh, it has been made up by our team. Whole team has worked on it. Whatever OCR features you are seeing right now, it's all there in a bit advanced way. The layout is a bit advanced, and there are more features like you can generate QR, extract QR, whatever you like. And for the most important part, Snaplingo is the document scanner app. Personally, I used to like CamScanner a lot. Before that CamScanner trying to steal all the mobile data and all that thing. And after that, the CamScanner got banned. So it made our life a bit hectic because for us, like college students and school students, and even office goers, a document scanner is a very important thing because we need to submit our assignments, our important documents, our homework, whatever. So we try to make it a teeny tiny easier for everyone. So we prepared a document scanner for you, and I would like everyone to download it, rate it, review it, give your comments on how we can improve more. Please download, and the link will be given in the comment section. You can follow up there. So okay, so let's get back here. I think we have got quite a good layout here. The first thing I would like to do is, since some of your screens can be small, I'd like to implement a nested scroll view here so that you can scroll and see everything. Don't have to worry about things being cut. And yeah. So one important thing you need to remember about nested scroll view is that it takes only one child. So whatever is there, we will just these things we need to put it under a linear layout, and then we can implement the nested scroll view. We'll giving a match print width and match print height. I'm not getting into all these details what is match print because I think you're pretty much bored listening to that. I'll get straight into action. So we need to set up the orientation as vertical. And I'll just cut this and paste it under here. Yeah. You may not notice any difference here, but when you'll be actually using it, you can feel the difference. Okay. So the pretty much layout is prepared for us, but I don't think it's going to work, because we haven't linked any view with our in our main activity. So first and foremost, what we need to do is give IDs to every views and every layout. You can give ID to every view, each and every view and layout that are present here. But as I'm a lazy person, I'll only be giving it to those the ones that I only be needing. So I think I'll be needing this edit text. Okay, one important thing, if you don't want to scroll, you can just hover and click the view and it will take you to where the code is. Like, see. So I am giving it an ID. Added plus ID is the way you give. And I will name it result because the OCR result will be shown here. I need the button ID. And I'll name it select image. Sorry, pardon me. And the image view, I will actually be previewing the image that you will be selecting from your gallery. So I'll give it an ID preview. We have given our IDs. Now let's get back to main activity. So you can see it's pretty much empty. There's nothing here except the on activity, means the class main activity and the on create function. I'll, I guess you remember that on create function is the one that is actually called when an activity appears on the screen. This is the first function to be called, and everything under it will be executed first. So if you are a Java developer, if you know Java a bit, you can relate it to Java's public static void main. In Java, the at first the main function has to be called. So like this, the onCreate is called at first. So what we first need to do is create three objects. First object will be of class image view. We will name it preview. Another will be of class edit text. And see this, I am just typing edit and it's suggesting me, and I'm just pressing enter. And edit text, I will name it. Okay, so let's get back. I think there had been some net connection problem. I don't know. So let's take it back from here. Okay, so I was talking about permissions. So the next thing we need to know about permissions is that permissions are very important, because unless and until the user gives the permission to, for to the app to go through your gallery or your storage, you can't take any help, any gallery image and place it into your app. So the first thing we need to do is go into Android manifest. Now you see, manifest is like all the bouncers in that all those clubs. Funny story. I mean, it's a sad story from my side, because I was never allowed into those clubs. Apparently, I looked much younger than my actual age, and that's ridiculous because I actually showed my ID, but they never allowed because they thought it was a fake ID. I mean, why will I make a fake ID if I am 18, right? But I didn't actually argue, because comparing their figure and my figure, they can literally toss me away like a coin. So I guess that's a sad person. But okay, let's not take a detour there. Let's get back. The point of the story was that if I can add those checking permissions code inside main activity, but those are like my ID proofs. Won't work unless you give the permissions in the manifest. First, the bouncer will check the permission and then they will allow it into main activity. That's why all the activities are declared here. So let's give the permissions. First, what we need to do is we give a less than sign. Yes, I've got users permission, and we press enter. First, what we need is we need to read the external storage, because we actually want to access all the images from the gallery which is there in your storage, external storage. So you want to read it, and you want to self close. And to be on the safe side, I am also adding another permission, that is, oops, that was too fast, sorry. We want to add another permission, that is write external storage. These are two permissions I'd like to add. Okay, write external storage is actually not needed right here, because we are not writing anything on the external storage. I mean to say, we are not saving any file in our external storage. We're just accessing them. We're just reading them. So I think we are good to go. So the next thing we need to do is go into main activity, and then first we need to declare a array of string. I would call it storage permissions. Like it. Yeah, that's the way you create an array. Means you declare an array variable. There you need to initialize that. For initializing, I'll write storage permission equal to new string. Yeah, that one. And then two curly braces. Inside that, I'll be providing manifest, this one. Make sure it's Android dot permission dot read external storage. Okay, I have taken the permission in a string array. Now what I need to do is I need to ask the user for the permission. So I think we should ask it when the user clicks the select image, right? So what we need to do is select image. We need to add a set on click listener. Now what is a set on click listener? It's pretty much self-explanatory from the name. You can see that whatever you're doing with the button on your screen, the set on click listener listens to it and understands if it's a click or not. If it's a click, then it tells the select image that yes, the user has clicked on you. Please execute the on click function. And within that, first we need to check that is there a storage permission given. For that, I'm going to write a function name. Don't worry, it will show red, but I'm going to declare it soon. Okay. So I'll add another function that if there is no storage permission, then I think we need to request for that. Yeah. For that, I'm going to write another function, request storage permission. And if the storage permission is given, then I think we are good to go. I think we are good to select images from our gallery. For that, I'll write a function named pick gallery. Okay. So I think it's pretty much easy up to here. If you want me to wait, I can. Don't worry about these red errors. It's just because I haven't written the functions, So guys, do you want me to wait or do you want me to move on? I don't think there's any doubt up till now. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is declare private. As we are checking this thing, this function will be returning a boolean value. The boolean value will be either true or false. If it's true, that means we have given the permission and it will directly be going into the else block. And if you have not, then it will be requesting for the storage permission. So we need to return a boolean value here. So see, as you have written already, it's giving you the suggestion. And So here I'll be returning, I'll be returning, checking that we have the permission or not. For that, we need to pass context compat. Now, context compat is a class which actually is required for getting all the drawables or getting all the resources that are present in our app without any, compatibility problem. So what we'll do is, you can already see that it's giving me an option, check self permission. So I'll do that. The first parameter will be a context. The context is similar to an activity. So we are going to just pass main activity dot this. It means that we are passing the main activity, and we'll be passing manifest dot permission dot read external storage, right? And then we need to check that if it's granted or not. How will you check if the permission is granted? Simple thing, it's very simple. We'll be writing package manager dot permission granted. Yeah, that's simple. It will be returning a boolean value. You see the red is grown because I have declared the function here. It will be checking that if there is permission, then it will return true, and if it's not, then it will return false, and we'll requesting for a storage permission. Okay, so we're done with checking storage permission. Now we need to request for it. Private void, we're keeping it void because we don't need to return anything here. Request storage permission, and yeah. So what we need to do here, we need to request for the permissions. So for now we need activity compat. It's similar to context compat, and we'll be requesting permissions just like it's saying. We'll passing main activity dot this once again. Okay, now we'll passing a string array. I guess you remember that we have already declared and initialized the string array of permissions. So we'll be passing that. And the one last thing we need is a unique code. Unique code to check which function is actually carrying out. So I'll be declaring a unique code here. I'll be declaring it private static final because its value won't change, and I will be naming it storage request code, and I will give it 10. You can give anything, right? You don't need to randomize any number, rewrite a function to generate a random number. You can give anything, just make sure it's unique. It's not matching with any other codes. Okay, so I'll be passing this storage request code here. Okay, so we have requested the user to give the permission, but what happens if the user has given the permission? We need to acknowledge that, right? That user has actually given the permission or not, and then if he has given, then we need to open the gallery for him. So we need to override a function which is already present in app compat activity class, and the function's name is on request permission result. Here we'll be handling the result that whether the user has already given the permission or not. Okay, so we'll be checking that. First we'll be checking that if request code, the use of the storage request code equal to storage request code or not, and if yes, it will go into the if block. Then to be on the safe side, you see it's the grant results is array integer array of grant results. So to check the result, if it's not empty, so what we'll do, we check that grant results, sorry, dot length is greater than 0. So it's making sure that, yeah, there's something there inside that array. Okay. So now we need to check that if that grant result 0 matches with a permission, that is package manager dot permission granted, then what we need to do, we need to open the gallery for the user. And if not, then we need to send a response somehow to the user, because you see these toasts, we will be giving a toast. These toasts are very important, because if you don't give anything, then it really hampers the user experience. See, because if the user by any mistake denies the permission, then he won't be able to open the gallery, and then he will think, is what is happening, if nothing is happening, why is anything not showing? So that time we need to show that you have denied the permission. Will be, you can also get the context using get application context. Yep. And a string, a title where it will be showing that the permission is denied. And then we need to give the time duration of the toast. Either it's short or it's long. I prefer it's short. And don't forget to give this dot show. It happened with me many times that I have written the toast, but it's not showing. I couldn't figure it out until someone showed it to me that you have not written the dot show. So please don't miss it out. So I think we're done with the permission part. Do you guys have any problem? I will be pausing for 2 minutes now so that you can cope up. Okay, so I think we are on the same page. If you don't follow anything, you can just tell in the comment section. I will repeat it again. Okay, so I think we are good to go. The next thing we need to do is we need to pick gallery. We need to declare this function private void pick gallery. This is the part where we're selecting an image. So the first and foremost thing we need to do is create an object of the class intent. So again, it's showing red. Just import it by pressing Alt plus Enter and then Enter. We are just creating an object of the class intent. What is an intent? You can consider intent as like a bridge between two activities. It's which actually helps the data to be transferred from one activity to be another, be it inside the app, be it outside the app. So in this case, we don't need inside the app, so passing an intent will be a bit different. I'll show you how. First, what we need to do is we need to set the type of data that we are trying to collect from the user's external storage, and here it will be an image. So we'll just write image, then slash and star. What this is star represents that you can select any and all images from your external storage. If you, instead of star, if you want to give JPEG or PNG, then you will be able to select only the JPEGs and PNGs exclusively, not all. So I'd like to prefer it to give star now. The next thing we need to do is we need to set an action, what we are going to do with that image. So we need to get that image into our app. So I think we need to pass intent underscore get, sorry, intent dot action underscore get underscore content. We need to get the image into our app. So that's why we are passing the action in action intent dot get content. When you're starting an activity in normal cases, I guess you have seen that we are starting an activity like only writing start activity, but this time we won't be writing that because we aren't going into that activity. We are just creating that activity so that we can choose the image and get back to our main activity. We need to pass the result to the main activity again. So what we need to do here is start activity for result. Okay, and then we need to create a chooser. I mean, from where you can choose your images. I guess you have seen that while you're choosing an image or document or while using WhatsApp. So it's kind of similar thing. So we'll create a chooser. First, we'll pass the intent that you have declared. The next thing we need to do is we need to set a title for that activity, for the chooser activity. I prefer to give select image. Yep. And here again, we need to pass another unique code. See, we have already passed this storage request code, but it's not helpful here because this is a totally different action. So we need another unique code. That's why I am always stressing on the word unique. So we'll be creating another unique code in a similar manner. Private static final int, and then I will name it image pick gallery code. It's pretty much self-explanatory. And don't give it the same number 10, then won't be unique. I guess you understand that. I have given it 7, and I will be passing that image pick gallery code. Yeah. So till now we have what you have done. We have passed an intent, and we are being able to select an image from that chooser activity. But what after that? We need to use that image, right? So for that, like we have an on request permission result function, for this thing we have another function. We need to override that. It's pretty much similar on activity result. See, again you're getting the request code, the result code, and yeah, the result data here. So first we need to check that the request code is okay or not. I mean, has there been any problem or it's okay? So the result okay, it's already there. If you want to see where this result okay is coming or where anything is coming, So just click on the hover on the keep, put your cursor there, hover there, and right click. Sorry. Right click, and then you can go to and declaration and usages. And there's also a shortcut. Place your cursor here and place then left control, and you see it's turning into a link, hyperlink kind of thing. Just click it and it will take it to where you have declared it. And now you need to see its usages, right? So again the same thing, and it will be giving you where you have used. Since we have used it only in one place, so I think it's sending you here. But suppose we want to see where the storage permission is used. See, it's giving you a list where you have used. I have used it in two places, so it's showing us the two items where we have used. And suppose I want to go here, and yeah, that's quite simple. And it's very useful when you have, lines and lines of code, probably 1,000 lines or 2,000 lines. Then you can't scroll up and down every time, so that time this shortcut comes pretty handy. So we have checked that the request code is okay or not. And if the request code is okay, what do we need to do? We need to declare a variable of type URI. Yes, it's URI and not the URI, not the cinema. But the cinema was pretty good. But the here it is called URI, not URI. We will be importing the class, and that the result data we have used, or we have received rather, will be getting data.getData. Okay, that's the code. But what is URI? I guess you're pretty much familiar with URL. You go into Google, you search for something, the links that appear on top, that's a URL. The full form of the URL is Uniform Resource Locator. Means what the website is doing is that the URL is actually locating the resource that you are asking for. But here in this case, URI stands for Uniform Resource Identifier. That means that it identifies the type of data that you're actually giving into the app, whether it's an image, whether it's a video, whether it's an audio. It can also be a PDF. So it just identifies it and stores it in the URI variable for you. Okay, that's pretty cool, right? So next thing we need to do is preview, and you see set image URI. What this will do is it will display the image that you have selected in your gallery. And yes, that's pretty much it. But I'm not satisfied with it quite, because I like to crop it before setting it into the gallery, means into the pre-image view. So what should we do for implementing the cropper? Very simple. Just go into Google, type cropper library Android, press enter. Yeah, and go into this first GitHub link, scroll down a bit. We're actually going to do something like this. It's very easy. So what you need to do, where is the implementation? Yeah, we need this implementation in our Gradle build. I think you remember what Gradle build is. So I will just copy it, go into the build Gradle of the app, yeah, and then paste it right there. Don't write API here, it's better to write implementation. Okay, so we have added it under the dependencies tag. Now what you need to do is you should sync, you should press sync now, otherwise you won't get whatever functions you are using. or the cropper. Oh, okay. One thing I think I should do is, I think it should be kept 0. That's just a version code. Nothing else, nothing to worry about. Again, we'll press sync. So wait for a few seconds. Oh, wow, that's was quick. In normal cases, it actually takes 2 to 4 minutes. So we have already implemented that. Now we'll just erase it. So to implement the cropper, what we need to do is, we have got the image here, right? Crop image, and we'll import it, and then we need this activity where we'll be passing the URI, I mean the image, and then a couple of functions. We can actually experiment here just by pressing dot. You can see what all functions are there right now. The first function I would like to implement is set activity title. So I think I will give it OCR crop. Yeah. So we have set the activity title. The next thing we need to do is, yeah, I think set crop menu button title will go after that. That's just a simple crop which will be clicking and the image will be cropped. Yeah. Now a few fancy things, like we can allow, one more important thing is you can allow set multi-touch enabled. It's very helpful. We'll set it to true. Oh, sorry. And a few fancy functions, like we can allow rotation, we can allow counter rotation. It's totally up to you. We can allow flipping. Flipping is not required actually, but I just like to show you how I experiment with my code. We can actually set an aspect ratio which will keep the box, that will actually crop, that will it will keep the box fixed, but I don't think we need it here right now. And what we need is, I think we are pretty much done there. Okay, what we need is another thing, that's we need to set the auto zoom enabled, so you can zoom the part that is actually that you are actually cropping. And if you like, you can turn the guidelines on. It's pretty much a few boxes, nothing much. And for the final thing, we need to start it. So we need to pass main activity dot this, because after the cropping, the result will be coming inside this main activity only. In fact, in this on activity result, it will be coming. So we need to pass main activity here. And next thing we need to do is need another else if block. Okay, so here's the thing, we need to check in the first if block that the request code is equal to image pic gallery code or not. Otherwise we don't, otherwise even the crop image activity result will be coming inside the if block. And I'm sorry, this won't be request code, this will be result code. I'm sorry for that, guys. Okay, so inside the LC block, we need to check that the request code is equal to crop image or crop image activity request code. Okay, if it is, then we need to get the result again. But here it's a bit different because we are using a library, so we need to use its functions too. What we need to do is crop image dot activity result URI equal to crop image dot get activity result, and we need to pass the data here, the result, right? And then we need to check again that the result code equal to result okay or not. And if it's okay, finally we need to set the image in the preview, right? Oops, sorry, I think we are missing something. Oh, sorry, we need to do it URI dot get URI to actually get the URI here. We can't set the data directly, we need the URI from that data. Okay, I think so it's pretty much it. I'll pause again for 2 minutes so that you can cope up, and then we'll check. Guys, if you're feeling any problem, you can just ask in the comment section. I'll repeat again and again. Okay, so I think we are pretty much good. So we'll be running our app. You see, I've already connected my device. So I'll just placing this run button. Let it run. It may take a few minutes. Okay, that was pretty quick. So we got it right here. So what we need to do, you can see there's an edit text here, the button and the image preview. So I'll be clicking select image. I'll be allowing the permission, and then yeah, I'll be selecting an image, and oops, it crashed. Okay, let's see guys where it crashed. I think you remember where to check the crashes. If not, don't worry, I'm here to jog your memory. See the lock cat written here, click it. Yeah, so click on error and no filters. Okay, the lock cat seems to be quite pissed off. It actually seems like that, but it's not actually that case. I'll be showing you. Means, to be honest, even we don't need these things here. We just need to find out the exact error. I don't think I'm able to get it here. Let's check. Okay, it's not here. Don't worry, we are running the app again. We'll be selecting another image, and yeah, it crashed right now. Yeah. So see, we actually need this hyperlink kind of thing where it will suggest to you that this is the class, this is the line number, that's 102, where it actually crashed, and it will specify the error here, just at the top. You can ignore everything other than this. Everything else is good for nothing, just good for nothing. So you can click it click this hyperlink and it will take you to 102. And the error is unable to find explicit activity class. Have you declared this activity in your Android manifest.xml? Oh, I said, see, the bouncer just kicked us out. So we need to provide it with a ID. How to do that? Let's check. Okay, first we need an activity. The activity name will be form dot. I quite don't remember. Yeah, this will be the activity name up to here. We'll copy it. We'll paste it here, and then we need to write cropper dot the name of the activity, crop image activity. Yeah, that's done. And the next thing you need to do is you can set up a theme for that activity. I'll be going with app theme. And another interesting thing, but very minute, that is we can lock the screen orientation here. Suppose you have your auto rotate on, so it won't be rotating. That's relief. Okay, I think we are pretty good to go. There's something. Oh, you're missing a bracket here. Yeah. So, and we'll be, yeah. So we are good to go, I guess. So we're running our app again. So in maximum cases, you will be getting that links, and you will actually know what error is there. There will be only very rare cases where you have to find out the error. Otherwise, like one case will be that if you upload too large an image, then the app will crash right away. And I honestly request you that for checking out OCR, please don't click your images using your DSLR. We don't need your photography skills here, just a normal image will do. Please, I request you not to do that, otherwise the app will just kick you out. Okay, so we'll run that again. Okay, we have opened it. We'll be selecting an image. Yeah, and see. Oh, I think there's a mistake here. We are not getting any you know toolbar here where it actually be showing OCR crop. Let me check. I'll be going into values. I don't understand right now. I'm not uh, will it help removing this theme? Let's check. I'll be running it again. We will selecting an image again, and okay, we are not getting it. That's a problem. That's a big problem. I don't understand right now. I'm not getting it. Why? Let me check it a bit. I think I pretty much copied everything. Just 2 minutes, guys. Okay, we can try one thing. Change this. Let's see. You can change this to dark action bar. It's and we can apply the theme again here. Let's check if it works. Don't worry, guys. This kind of thing happens even to us, so it's not a big issue. We're just figuring it out. Just run this app again. Okay, so you're getting two toolbars. Fine, we will get back to that. First, let me select an image and check if. Oh wow, we have got it. See, that's actually you need to find out where you're actually missing something. And if you want, see, we will crop it. We'll crop this part out. We'll press crop. You can see we can flip horizontally. We can rotate it. These are not needed, but I'm just showing it to you guys. And we can finally press the crop button and it's done. See, the image is there in the preview. That's pretty much what we were looking for till today. About this, I think we don't need to give this toolbar right here. We can just comment it out and let's check that we are getting it or not. Let's check. And it's gone. So that's a pretty mistake, I will say, but I think if you try and experiment it out and you will get to know. I think it's pretty much done. Thank you guys. One last thing, if you haven't downloaded Snaplingo yet, then please download. You will be finding it way more amusing than this. And the OCR, the final climax, we'll be dealing with that tomorrow. And just a reminder, keep following us, guys, on our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. We keep updating our blogs. We keep posting internship applications, and also we'll be holding many webinars in the future, I guess. So keep following us. Keep staying updated. And one more thing that you all will be receiving your certificates tomorrow, right? So there will be a short test tomorrow at the end of the session, means around this time, 7:45 or 8. After that, those who have only submitted that test or appeared in that test, they only will be receiving that certificates. Otherwise, we won't be giving it out like that. So thank you guys for today. Thank you for all your support. Stay safe, stay healthy, try to be at home. Good night. Bye. আমি ঠিক করি আরে হ্যাঁ দেখো আমি দেখো না